Other very simple things that you can do to extend your growing season, these are called like mini polytunnels. So if I'm worried again about the frost, I pick up one person. So think about ergonomics. Can I pick that up by myself? So right, I can pick up this little mini tunnel and I can put it on top of my seedlings. So if I'm worried about frost, or like I said, I could also be worried about rain, things like this. So I protect them. In the morning, I pick them up. I stack all the mini tunnels up. My garden's nice. I go to work. When I come home in the afternoon, I put all my mini tunnels back. These are ways, and this is one that's store-bought. You see how they're stackable? Very simple. Or you can make your own. Very easy. So here's some examples of people do it yourself, mini tunnels. So PVC pipe, a little bit of plastic, some tape or wire. Very easy to make. This guy's demonstrating that you can bend PVC pipe to make an arch, right? Very easy. And last thing that you're starting to look at, if I do grow this and I've extended this and I'm doing all of this in temperate climates, why do people do this much work? Well, you go through a long season, winter, without any food. So if I can grow more fresh food during the growing season, I have more food available, say for my family or for sale during the winter. So that brings us into preserving. If I do have a harvest, how do I preserve it? So canning is a very appropriate thing, or food preservation, in temperate climates. So the simplest method of canning is called the water bath canning. So basically hot water canning. You fill the jars with an acidic food such as tomatoes, berries, cucumbers, and in vinegar, and boil it. Very simple. Cover them with lids, boil them in an open pan of used water until the seal forms under the lid. You get a vacuum basically. And that will last 1, 2, 3 years. Very, very simple, easy method, no fermentation required because of the acid nature. Almost any fruit or vegetable can also be canned. So in these, we need more special jars. So special jars and tongs for holding the hot jar is all that's required to store food for months. So go online, lots of things to learn. Canning is quite interesting. Can make lots of food. So I get this great growing condition. I grow all this surplus. What do I do with it? Canning was a great way to store that during the winter months. And also just fruit dehydration. So you can cut your vegetables such as tomatoes, peppers, onions, and put them directly into food dehydrators. Bag those, and then when I want to have soup, I just put dehydrated tomatoes and they rehydrate, or any of your other vegetables that you may want to have. So here we can see some examples. Very simple ones. That was one that works with a fan, electric one, but you can make solar dehydrators yourself out of just simple wood and a piece of glass. So vegetables such as broccoli, green beans, any of these can be steamed and then dehydrated. So when you go to do dehydration, look up the technique for each different vegetable, because certain vegetables need to be pre-steamed, or you can put a little bit of, sometimes vegetables will get dark or gray. So if I put things like lemon on top, then they won't turn black. So that's a way that I can use the acidic acid to not have the color change. And that's basically most of the things that we can look at from the aspect of what's different from temperate than tropical or say dry lands. So next we're going to come back and look at dry lands. Each of the climates has its own thing. So temperate, very specific to like food preservation, and very specific to heating. So you see more about heating and saving food. That's what kind of differentiates the concept there. When we look at dry lands, well, obviously, we don't have water enough. So you're going to look at lots of different ways that you can conserve, save water, because without water, we can't grow any food. And then even in the tropics, we have other things, as we saw, were problems. So that's where permaculture starts to differentiate what is a different climate, mostly from what is a problem that you have in your climate, and then we look at that